takutnya. Mulai ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Shalom. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, and warm greeting to all of you. Welcome to our talk show, Beyond the Major. What can you do with a BA degree? My name is Kairunisa, and I'm very happy to be your Master of Ceremony for today's event. This morning, we're going to talk about something many students and fresh graduates often thinking about. Is my major enough to decide my future? Today, we will hear the answer from people who have experienced it themselves. You will see that your degree is not the limit, it's just the beginning. And we're lucky to have three inspiring speakers with us today. Let's give a warm welcome to Miss Vita, Miss Catherine, and Miss L. And joining us as our moderator is Mustika. And before we start the agenda, here's what we have planned for today. First, each speaker will share their personal story and career journey. Then, our moderator will lead a discussion with all the speakers. After that, there will be a Q&A session where you can ask your question directly. And finally, we will close with some final thoughts and reflection. Alright, let's start the main part of our event. Please welcome our moderator, Miss Mustika. The screen is yours.
Thank you so much, Miss Via. Once again, hello and welcome everyone. I'm Mustika and I'll be your moderator for today's talk show, which is Beyond the Major, What Can You Do with a Business Administration Degree? Today, we will hear from our three amazing speakers who will share their journeys, lesson, and also tips on how a business administration degree can shape your future. But before we start, I'll give you a brief introduction about our speakers. The first one is Miss Greenfield Abatan. So Greenfield is a business administration student specializing in digital business. She has been involved in academic projects, event organizing, and also social initiatives. And she is currently focused on growing her skills and real-world experience in the digital marketing field. Next, moving on to our second speaker, which is Catherine Lolita Setiawan, or Miss Catherine. She is also a business administration student specializing in digital business. With experience in digital marketing, social media strategy, and also business development, Catherine has worked on various projects and also freelance roles, while also actively contributing to student organization. Her strengths lie in strategic thinking, leadership, and also data-driven decision making. And our final speaker is Wita Ramadhani, or Miss Wita. She is also a business administration student specializing in digital business. She has hands-on experience in organizational leadership and also project management. Wita has led student-led initiatives, joined competition in various roles, and also skilled in coordination, communication, and also documentation. And she is also passionate about people, data, and also strategic execution. What a really amazing speakers, right? So without any further ado, let's begin with our first speaker, Ms. Greenfield Abatan. So Ms. Greenfield, the time is yours.
Okay, hello everyone. I am Grian Villa, and today I'm going to share about transferable skills that you can gain if you study business administration. Next. So, what makes business administration unique? So, learning business administration is not just learning about theory from the textbook, but we also learning from business case studies, simulation, and group projects. And with all these activities, it teaches us to build practical skills that we can use in many careers. Next. So, what are the skills that we can gain from study in BA? The first is strategic thinking. Strategic thinking in BA, We tend to learn with practice, planning for the long term, thinking critically, and analyzing future trends. So this skill is very useful in fields like corporate planning, brand management, consulting, and also entrepreneurship. The second is decision making. Decision making is also a core skill in business administration. We train to make choices using tools like SWOT analysis or PESTEL, and this is help us evaluate risk, consider different options, and even make structured decision in business situation. And this skills is highly applicable in roles such as business analyst, marketing strategist, operation supervisor, or product manager. Next is problem solving. In BA, we learn how to solve business problems by analyzing real case studies. We practice identifying the root cause of a problem and creating solutions that are realistic and also effective for the business. So this skill is really useful in consulting, operation, project management, and more. Next is financial literacy. Financial literacy is a skill that many business students develop early in their first year in the uni. We learn to read financial statements, manage budget, and etc. This skills is really important in roles like accounting, finance, entrepreneurship, and business development. Next is data-driven mindset. In BA, we are trained to use data in almost every course, whether we are building marketing plans or business strategies. We use spreadsheet and metrics to support our decision. And this skills is highly useful in data analysis, business intelligence, and also operations roles. And the last skills that we can gain is negotiation skill. BS students usually practice negotiation through group activities, and we learn how to communicate clearly, find common ground, and even win-win solution or outcomes. And this skills is very useful in careers like sales, procurement, human resources, and client relationship management. Next. So all the skills that I already mentioned, why those skills matter. So those skills are transferable to many industries like technology, retail, education, finance, and also in NGOs. And they help us become more adaptable and ready to take on different roles, responsibilities, and challenges in the future. Next. I hope my presentation help you understand how study business administration can give you practical skills that are useful in many different career paths. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Greenvilla, for your very amazing presentation and also very amazing materials. So that now we know how valuable skills learned in BA actually are. Now we are moving on to our second speaker, Ms. Wita Ramadhani. So, to Ms. Wita, the time is yours.
Okay, hello, good morning, everyone. First of all, thank you for the opportunity for me to become one of the speakers in this amazing seminars. So my name is Wita Nuralivia Ramadhani, and today I want to talk about something many of us feel but rarely admit. And here's my topic: certified but clueless. Next. So we are certified but still clueless. So what does a business administration degree actually mean beyond graduations? Let's talk about it. The first one, the BA degree, is illusions. So here's we know that diploma isn't same with the directions. A BA degree give us broad knowledge like marketing, management, finance, and so on. But for many of us, it doesn't give a clear path. So we have general knowledge, not always practicals. And then we graduate with theories and frameworks, and often no real clue about how to apply those theories or even what we're truly passionate about. So many graduates still ask, what's next? Next. Okay. Here's why are we clueless. The first one, because we are lack of specializations. We're often clueless not because we are incapable, but because we've spent too much time learning passively, and it leads us to limited real-world exposures. We just wait for the instructions. We expect a job to come with our certified, and it leads us to passive learning mindset. But guys, the world doesn't work like that anymore. The degree is not the final destinations, but the degree is just a starting point. So we often over rely on just having a degree, but uh, it's not works in the reality. Next. So, based on those problems, what we can actually do. The first ones, we have to build skills beyond the classrooms. A BA degree gives you the flexibility. That's one of the advantage of being BA graduates. You can go into marketing, finance, management, and so on. But to find your directions, you must explore. By what? By joining internship, making projects, or gaining more certifications. You have to explore more roles. Like I said before, you have to learn to work with people, and then you have to try, you have to fail, and then after you fail, you have to try again. That's how the clarity works. Next. And here's the most important things to overcome this problem. We have to shift the mindset. Okay, from the mindset I have a degree to the mindset I have a value. It is the most important shift because mindset is our control. You're not just a graduate, you are someone with potential, ideas, and energy. Learn to communicate your value. The world doesn't need more degrees, it needs people who can solve problems. So basically, you are not clueless, you are just starting and you're just thinking and build your own strategy. Next. Okay, so based on what I've told before, I want you guys to know that it's okay to be unsure. But don't stay there. Learn, unlearn, and do. Your BA degree opens the doors, but you must choose which one to walk through. So your degree is not your final destinations, it's just the beginnings of your life. So being clueless is not weakness, it's a stage. What matters is what you do next. Learn. So BA degree can lead anywhere, but you have to steer. That's all from me. I hope it will be beneficial for you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Wita, for a very insightful and motivational topic that you've given us. Now, let's hear from our final speaker, Miss Catherine Lolita Setiawan. So, to Miss Catherine, the time is yours.
Okay. Hello everyone, good morning. So in this time, I want to ask you something that have you ever wondered what is the after business administrations, or maybe you have heard people say that BA is too word, but let me tell you that is actually the power of it. So my name is Catherine Loitas Tiawan. Today I want to share to you all about the topic design your path beyond BA. Next slide. Is it this slide is raised or is just in me? Okay, so let me start. For the introduction of myself, my name is Catherine Esteban, a BA student from President University, focusing in digital business and business administration. Currently, I in the 6 semesters. So in here, I have introduced in the various subjects such as marketing, finance, operations, and also management.
But the key to find what excites the most is for me is digital marketing and business development. Ah, so in here I have three important things. I think the slide is still loading. I think previous slide please. So this is the background that I told you before. I am the BA student in President University, specializations in digital business. Well, I'm passionate in business development and also branding. Side of that is social media management. And here I want to share to you of all three important key insights during I have covered my journey. Next slide. So this is some photos of my experience. Next slide. Let me begin with the first point is find your core strength. As a BE student, you will be introduced to various subjects like marketing, finance, operation, and also management. But the key is to find you access most for me is digital marketing and also business development. Because in here I have realized that I'm working on the creative content analysis performance through data analytics is also my passionate. In 2024, I'm coordinating a LinkedIn transformation project for PT Kertas Trimitra Mandiri in Bandung. So in here, I with my team designed their branding, grew their audience with 55 followers in a couple of weeks, and we increased engagement by 12%. This project confirmed our patient, also my patients, for the marketing strategy, also the data analytics. Next slide. I have talked about the first point, so let me move on to the second point, is namely build experience outside the classrooms. One of my key methods in here is your degree is your foundations, but the real growth comes when you step out and also apply it in your experience, whether by joining student organization, taking friend project, or leading business ventures. This experience shape your identity. I have been volunteers also in the some event in the organization campus, while the high school I joined becomes the members of the organizations, and also I'm attending the seminars. Not forget also I'm lead digital marketing team for the international relations department at President University. Our group create 30 Instagram content and created post engagement by 20%. It was not just creations, but it's also the brainstorming with a purpose. Finally, the last point is turning passion into impactful work. So a BA degree opens doors like in the corporate, startup, or even we can use in our own experience to create our business, namely is entrepreneurships. But to stand out, their patients must be aligned with impact. So one of my experience during my first years is I founded a smoothies brand called Prettiest Smoothie, which is targeting Gen Z is around the president of students and also millennials who are located in the Jababeka Chikara. Through our social media platform, utilize Instagram in digital marketing and our pre-order from the WhatsApp, our group increased weekly sales by 15%, more than just drinks, but we were creating a lifestyle brand. This is show how BE student can launch real business with the strategic thinking. So, what is the conclusion? For the conclusions, a BA administration degree is not a limitation, but it's a launch pad. The key that we must consider is design your path with intentions. identify their strengths, gain your experience, and connect your patient to the real world problems. If you are also a BE students or aside a major of this that can relate with business, don't be wait for a perfect job, but doing start now. Like you can use it as your volunteers, build your portfolio, or explore your experience in the workshop and so on. For me, create your opportunity instead for waiting them because beyond the major, the future is what you design it to be. Next slide. So that's all for me. If you want to connect to me, let's connect it together for my contact or you can scan the QR code for my LinkedIn. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Catherine, for a very amazing and inspirational presentation. And also, thank you so much for sharing those three key points you gave us earlier, because I think it's gonna be so useful, especially for those who just stepping into business administration, you know, works. Okay, now we are moving on to the next session, which is Q&A session. So if you have any question, just please raise your hand. Okay, I think we can start with Natania Jovita. So
Okay,
first
thank
you
you for
can, yeah, okay. First, maybe you can introduce yourself. Who's the speaker you wanna ask, and also what's your question?
okay, thank you for the opportunity. I'm Natania Jovita. I'm from Business Administration Batch 2023. So I want to ask to Miss Greenvilla Ratan. So the question is, how can we improve these transferable skills to employers, especially if we don't have much work experience yet? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question, Natania. So actually, you can prove them through university experiences like group projects, presentation, internship, or even student organization that you join. And all these activities can be real examples. So when you apply for job, you can explain the situation in your project, your task, your action, and what is the result of your action to describe how you have used all those skills in class or activities. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Greenvilla. Is that answering your question, Nia?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Maybe we can moving on to the next uh, someone who wants to ask question. Maybe you can raise your hand. Okay, we have Najwa Alaida here. So if you have, please unmute your microphone and ask the question.
Okay, so I want to ask to Miss Wita. So after so after graduation, a lot of us are suddenly hit with this feeling of like what now? Like it's like we spend years studying, but no one really prepared for us for what comes next. So I'm curious, like what's in your opinion, like the very first step to stop feeling clueless after graduation for Miss Vita?
Okay, thank
Okay.
you, Ale. Maybe Miss Vita can answer the question.
Okay, thank you for the questions, Miss Ale. The advice that I can give to you regarding these problems is the best because you're asking about the feelings, which means the biggest problems of yourself. Okay, so to overcome those negative feelings, the one and only the one and only solutions is action. Take actions, even if it's small. maybe you can start with the small things like upload your CV, and always updating your CV, apply for an internship, paid, unpaid, whatever, or talk to someone in the field that you are curious about. You gain so much information from them. So clarity doesn't come before action. So the most important things is don't just thinking about it, but do actions for what you want to be. Okay, so the first one, you have to know what you want to be in the futures, and then instead of thinking whether this degree align or not with our careers in the futures, just actions, just do in the small things, because the big things comes from the small things. So that's I think that's what I can give to you as the advice. Is it answering your questions?
Yes, it's really answering my question. Thank you, Miss Vita.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, maybe we can let Iza to unmute her mic.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. And first of all, I'm sorry because I can use the virtual background since my device not supported. And oh yeah, let me introduce myself. My name is Izar Sadwita. I'm business administration student batch 2023, and I also have a question for Green Villas. So my question is, how can we be sure that we're actually developing this skill, not just finishing assignment and passing exams? That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Isa, for the question. That's a great question. So, indeed, completing task, assignment, or exam doesn't mean that automatically we build skills, but it's actually depends on how we actively and engage in the assignment itself or the group assignments. For example, in group projects, if you take the lead in planning or solve conflicts, you are practicing teamwork on and also leadership. So the key is how much we contributed or engage in the assignments that you work on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Greenvilla. Is that answering your question, Iza?
Yes, that's enough. Thank you.
Okay. Next, moving on to Rospita. Rospita, you can.
Hello, my name is Rosvita, and I have a curious questions to Ms. Wita's previous explanations. So, do you think a BA degree is still relevant in today's job market, and why? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Rosvita, for asking me. I think my honest thinking is yes, of course, because as I mentioned before, that we are majors with a lot of flexibility, but it will works only if you combine it with real skills. A degree shows you are educated, but employers are looking for what you can do, not just what you studied, but what you contribute to the real world. That's the more important things. So yes, BA degree, of course, it is still relevant because it's talking about business. Everything is about business. But if you just having the degree without any real world impact, maybe it will make you face the difficulty to find the career that you want in the futures, because many of the human resource, many of the business find someone who can give them impact to grow the business. So that's what things that I can give you to make the your path more clear. I hope it will beneficial to you and to all of the audience in here.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Vita, for the answer. Maybe we can directly next to Tricia, who also raised her hand.
Good morning. My name is Tricia. I would like to ask to Miss Catherine. So the question is, um, what advice would you give to other business administration students who feel unsure about their career path? That's all for my question.
Okay, thank you, Tricia, for the question. So I'm agree with the opinion before that she said that uh, think big thing starts from the small things. So we can use it by the small project like taking internship or doing freelance or such as in the group management that we have in the campus. You have to explore the different rules until you find what you actually fit in. Don't wait for the clarity, take action and also build your path step by step. I believe experience brings you closer to your purpose. So that's it for me. Good luck for you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Catherine, for the answer. So yeah, I think it's finally the end of the session. To wrap up today's session, here's maybe something that you can take with you. So I think a business administration degree is not just the end goal, it's actually just the beginning. So what you choose to do beyond the classroom, the skills you build, the risks you take, and also the mindset you carry, those are what truly shape your future. Whether you are still studying or even already holding your degree, don't wait for direction, but create your own direction. So, yeah, once again, thank you so much to our amazing speakers, and also thank you so much for all the participants that already joined us today. Now, I'll hand it back to Pia to continue the event.
Okay, what a great session we have had today. Thank you to all the participants for joining us today. Your energy and attention made this event even more meaningful. And always remember, your major is not your destination, it's the starting point. Don't be afraid to explore new paths, take risks, and create your own journey. And thank you for our three speakers, Miss Vita, Miss Catherine, and Miss L, for sharing your stories and experiences. Once again, I'm Kairunisa, your master of ceremony today. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you guys, and I hope you all have a great, wonderful day. Thank you.